Honestly, y'all, just a little bit of NFL Sunday today for both New York teams. One in a bad way and one in a good way. So let's start with the bad way first, like how we always start with the bad news first. The New York Jets, man, that was a disgusting loss that we just took. Disgusting. I know he doesn't play for the team no more, bro, but still, for real, bro. For real. Like I can't, y'all. I really can't. But we hosted the Patriots, really great team, and obviously a little bit of Super Bowl predictions for them. Potentially could make the Super Bowl this year, but they gotta get past a lot of teams. But so far this year they're 13-3, and yeah, we're 13-3 too. Oh wait, nah, never mind. I was playing. It's the opposite. It's 3-13, bro. So a little bit of a crazy game. Not the prettiest one. 42-10 was the final score, and it was just a great. It was not a good. It was not a good game for us, bro. Let's roll through today's little segment real quick.
Goal! Kick to win it.
Drake Maye had himself a game, bro. My boy had 19 carries, 256 yards, 0 interceptions. Joshua Dubs, he also did a great job. He had 3 out of 4 carries, 30 yards. Had to talk a little bit about my boy right there. Trayvon Henderson, bro. Honestly, one of the best rushing guys that we've seen so far this year. With how the Eagles are looking this year and like the shenanigans they're pulling, I don't know if I can give it to Saquon Barkley anymore like that. I'm sorry. I don't really know if I can give it to him like that no more. But Trayvon Henderson has been proving himself. 19 carries, 82 yards, not too bad. He didn't have any touchdowns today. A couple touchdowns from the receiving guys. Stephon Diggs, he had some. Ramondre Stevenson, he had a touchdown. Hunter Henry, he had a touchdown. And definitely, if you look at the Patriots, obviously there's a lot of talks for them. Potentially could make it to the Super Bowl. And but they got to get past definitely a couple teams. Like the Ravens are good this year. Like Derrick Henry, bro. My boy is like, oh my gosh. Like after yesterday, he did his thing yesterday. Like he decimated the mess out of the game yesterday, bro. Crazy. But obviously, you got to get past them. You got to get past the Bills. You also got to get past the Chargers too. They're also looking pretty good this year. And but if you're the Patriots, obviously you kind of are confident in the ability to make the Super Bowl because the playoffs are almost here. This is literally week 17 going into week 18, bro. So definitely, if you're the Patriots, you got to get ready for what's to come, and that's definitely hopefully making it to the Super Bowl. But let's look at the disappointing side of it. So obviously, with Justin Fields' injury, he's done for the year. Literally, like the Jets have one more game left, and that's against the Bills, so that might be scraps. I'm not even lying to you, bro. Austin, bro, 3 yards, bro. Get out of my face, man. Breece Hall, you tried, bro. Okay, I ain't gonna lie, you tried. 111 yards, 14 carries. You had to do what you had to do, bro. I know. Being with a team like this is not built that great. You had to do what you had to do, bro. And, my fault you had to go through all that, bro. Let's look at some team stats. Obviously, your favorite, if you want to call them favorites, which I honestly want to give the favorites to the Bills. The Patriots had 440 yards, total yards, 285 passing yards, 155 rushing yards, bro. And we were just kind of in the trenches. We did beat them in the rushing yards. We had 164, so that's 9 more rushing yards than they did. But that's only 9 more rushing yards than they did. They beat us in passing yards. We had 143, and our total yards was 307. So obviously, not a great look for the Jets. Honestly, what you need to do now, given the fact that you have the first round picks from the Colts, I believe, you might want to do something with that. At least do something to get like a franchise player. Like if you get a franchise player, bro, you can do something by next year. Just get the game on January 4th against the Bills out the way. I already know it's gonna be ugly, okay? Because the Bills are the Bills, okay? But just get that out the way, and hopefully you'll be all right. I don't even know though. But it's definitely been a crazy, crazy, crazy year. But let's get on to the positive news for New York. And even though this isn't really like a huge one, but I'm just happy they did it today. Obviously, the Raiders aren't a good team at all. But, I'm just glad that the Giants were able to finally snap their 9-game losing streak, bro. Like, again, another 3-13 record for a New York team. Is that a coincidence? I don't know. But, bro, at least, we were able to pull out the win against the Raiders. Like I said, the Raiders are only 2-14 this year. So, at least they got some. Jackson Dart, you did good today. 22 out of 30 carries, 207 yards, not bad. Tyrone Tracy Jr., 14 carries, not bad. Wandale Robinson, you had 113 yards. And the touchdowns today were scored by Jason Dart and Devin Singletary. And let's just look at the Raiders real quick. We have Geno Smith, 20 out of 28 carries, definitely tough. Kenny Pickett, 2 out of 2 carries. Smith ran 176 yards, and Pickett were only 16. I guess. For a team that's literally 2-14, not easy. Okay. The Giants had their favor in pretty much everything when it comes to the team stats. 343 total yards, 188 passing yards, 155 rushing yards compared to the Raiders 63, 168 for the Raiders for the passing yards, and 231 total yards. Definitely a tough game for them. But honestly, with this win, definitely at least it gives New York just a little bit, makes them feel a little more appreciated. But you got to get ready for that next year. They also have a game the 4th against the Cowboys. So let's see how that looks against the Cowboys. But honestly, y'all, like when it came to football this year, it was definitely a little devastating for New York. I thought like when the Jets had hired new coach, I really thought it was gonna work out, but it really didn't work out like that. And I was really excited. I thought it was gonna work. I talked about at the beginning of the season that Sauce Gardner could reach new heights, but with him having a really off season and then getting traded to the Colts, that definitely hurt. Do something with the first round picks. Do something like don't trade it away. Like I don't care about no protections, no nothing. Just do something. Get a franchise player, quarterback, receiver, running back. Like, bro, get something out of that pick that you can use. Become a franchise player. Build around them. That's it. Build around those guys. I don't really know, but obviously I think big talks. Everyone's talking about Fernando Mendoza from Indiana, Dante Moore from Oregon. I don't really know. I don't really think the Jets could potentially have. They could have a chance to get both of those guys, but if they're late in the first round or they don't pick in the first round and they do something stupid with their picks, then you guys are not getting those guys at all. So definitely those are two big draft prizes. So if the Jets get a high pick, I would recommend getting one of those guys and building around them. Anyway, so that's really all I want to talk about. Definitely want to get a little bit more NFL today. We had a bunch of games today, and definitely want to get on the pod and talk about it. But anyways, y'all, I will catch you guys next time. Peace out.